my channel. Welcome to this reading vlog. Last month I started this series that I wanted to start on my channel for a while, which is reading underrated author, small author, indie author. I just wanted to support small authors. So this is the second episode and I am still reading The Plan. I think I talked about this in my last one. She is a debut author and I think I said like I started this in March and I was in like 10%. I'm still in 10%. I have not picked this book back up, but I woke up today and I'm actually in the mood to read a sport book, and I picked this back up and I thought this is the perfect time to do the second episode of this little series that I'm doing on my channel that I hope you like. But yeah, we are actually going to read this book this week and we're actually going to finish it. And I know from like the 10% that I read, I know he's a baseball player. He's like physical therapy. I think he got hurt and then his doctor that was supposed to like taking care of him or all of that like quit or something, or like went on vacation. I have to read. I have to start it over because I literally do not remember. But I think he had another doctor that like ended up going on vacation or quit, and now he's like physical therapist. Yeah, and they were together in college, all of that. But that's what I remember in the 10% that I read. So let's start this one. And yeah, I'm excited. It's a big book, but thankfully it's on Kindle.
Don't know how much you mean to me, baby. I can't put it in words. You don't know.
I'm in chapter 8. I'm in page 86, going to chapter 8. I feel like low-key I'm reading this kind of slow. Yeah, I feel like I'm reading it kind of slow because I actually started it yesterday and I'm still like, that's all I've read. I'm actually now liking the MMC. In the beginning, I did not like him at all. I was just like, why don't I like you? I feel like he was a little bit too grumpy. Like, honestly, not even grumpy. I feel like he was a little bit mean. And I just don't love my MMC as mean as I felt like he was coming through. I was really sitting there like, why are you so mean? But we are following him in our female character, Vidya. I'm gonna call her V. But we are following Sire Griffin. He is a pitcher. I don't think I've ever like read a book that was about baseball. I'm sitting there like, oh wait, this is actually cute. Like, I've read hockey but never baseball, and now I'm just like, I love this. He is our pitcher. His name is Sire Griffin. He's our pitcher and he hurt his arm, and obviously when that he's a pitcher, don't you need your arm to like throw the ball? Like, he needs to throw the ball. Oh, does he catch? I think he's throw the ball. So obviously when that he hurt his arm, he needs his arm, and now he has to go to physical therapy. His old doctor left after our FMC Vidya, and they were exes in like college, and they do not get along. They don't get along. And literally the moment he saw her, he was just like, no, absolutely not, definitely not. He was just going off because his agent knew that she was back in town and she was his new physical therapist. And this man went off on his agent, and I was like, let's just calm down for a little bit. I feel like you're doing too much, just a little bit. You're doing too much. You're getting too mad at this poor little man. And I don't know, I'm thinking, I was just like, like, I need my MMC to be grumpy to other people, but I want you to be sweet to like our FMC and your family. And he is now that I'm like reading and I'm getting to know him. I'm like, so cute. But in the beginning, did not like him a little bit. But like I said, he's a pitcher and he hurt his arm, so his career is kind of like on the line, and he needs to keep going to like physical therapy to make sure his arm is ready for the new season that's coming. And like, he needs to keep going, work out, and see, hey, am I ready? And she has to like sign something to like, yeah, he's ready for this new season or not. And like, this is not the first time he hurt his arm, so like, you need to be careful with that. And he was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to her though. Like, this is absolute no. I don't like her. I don't like, this is not okay, because she broke his heart in college. And like, he also like, it seems like something more is going on than just a breakup, because he was like, she's like, you broke a promise, and he's like, you broke a promise too. And I'm just like, so it's not just a breakup, it's not just a messy breakup. Something happened that I'm like, what is it? Like, I'm actually like, I just want to know what happened, because I'm just like, you don't fully hate her, because chapter 4 and 5 was like flashback chapters, and we saw how cute and adorable he was towards her. Like, in chapter 4, he was trying to ask her on a date, and like, he did a whole thing that I'm just like, wait, this is cute. Show up a place that she was at, and I'm like, this is so adorable. So I'm just like, what happened for you guys to be so mean toward each other? Like, what happened? So now my guests are just horrible. I'm like, oh my god, did she do this? Did she do that? Did anyone cheat? But like, they didn't. He made it clear that there was no cheating involved. So I'm like, then what happened? Because somebody broke a promise. It seems like both of them broke a promise, and I just don't know what it is. And I'm just like so intrigued to see, because I'm now really liking him. Like when we're reading the flashback chapters, I was just so happy, because I'm like, now I understand. Now I'm rooting for you. Now I'm happy, and I'm like twirling my toes just been curled, and I'm like, okay, now I like you. But even like when we're reading the flashback chapters, we're finding little things that he still keeps around because of her. We're finding little things that, like, he has his security code for his house is actually a date that has something to do with her. And I was like, this is so cute. Like the way when I saw this, I was like, that's so cute. I was like, no, that's so cute, because they have not talked for 4 years, and mind you, he keeps saying he does not like this girl and he hates her, but we know he doesn't. I'm enjoying it, and I just really like it. In one chapter, I just want to protect him, but right now, like what chapter is this? Chapter 11. I just want to hurt him. I just want to hurt him because he just made a very stupid joke, and I don't. Why would you do that? That just, what is wrong with you? Why am I talking about this man like he's real? That's the big issue, because why am I here being mad at this man? And it's literally words on paper. The past chapters, like the flashback, are both absolutely adorable, nice, but also some of them are just so sad. Like 16, I just read the chapter 16, I just read. It was like bittersweet. And like something great is happening to him, and then he's like in disbelief that this great thing is also happening to him. And I'm like, baby, it is happening to you. I'm going to the emotion. The author does such a good job on making you hate him and fall in love with him the next chapter. This is literally how I feel about this man. In one chapter, I hate him, and I'm just like, why are you so arrogant? Like, why are you like this? Because I kid you not, in some chapters, every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, please stop. Just like stop. Some things that he would say, and the things that he would say to her, I'm like, I can't do it. And then you'll read chapter 17 and what he's going through, and you just can't help but feel absolutely shattered, like absolutely shattered, because chapter 17, I'm just like, oh my god, no. It was so sad. It was so sad because they are both opening up to each other, and he's talking about his mother, and like, oh my god, what this mother says to him was absolutely like I can't even think about it, because I'm just like, oh my god. And then now I'm back to loving him, but like earlier I hated him. But you know what I love about this is the fact that this flashback chapters, and I love that. Don't just tell me you should be rooting for like so and so, like you should be rooting for this couple. No, show me why I need to root for them, because right now, like when I'm reading the flashback chapters, I'm like, oh my god, he was just so adorable. So I know whatever he's saying to her in the moment, like in the present time, I'm thinking this is most definitely because of the pain she might have caused him in the past. Because I kid you not, every single time I'm reading the past chapters, I'm like, what happened to him? Like he was so cute and adorable, and I'm just like, okay, like perfection. I love you. I love him. I love this. And then I'll go to the present time and I'm like, arrogant, absolutely arrogant. Like, I hate you. But then like chapter 17, I'm like, oh my god, he went through so much, like especially with his mother, his whole he's adopted. Like that really just messed me up. That really messed me up. And also another thing I really love, I don't know if this is like a spoiler, it's not a spoiler because it's in the back. She wanted to wait for like when she was 25 until she can get a boyfriend, and the fear of why she wanted to wait until she was 25, I can definitely understand. Like I literally understand. I was like, I understand why this is the thing, because we all think by like 25 or 23, 20 something, like you going to like know everything, and so you can't make mistake when it comes to love or certain things like that. And I don't know, like when I was reading that, I'm like, that makes perfect sense to me. That makes absolutely perfect sense. But yeah, I am going to finish this, and I don't know if I'm gonna read more later because I actually need to take a break because I have been reading the whole morning. Like since I talked to you guys, I have just been reading. But I am a quarter in. After I finish the chapter, I'm a quarter in. We'll see if I keep going or not. But he is arrogant in some chapters, and in the next chapter you love him, and she is like absolutely, like she matches his personality, which I also love. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. He just I know I keep saying arrogant, but he really is a mean person at times. So I'm just like, why is this? Why? One, I'm loving her writing. Two, I love all the side characters, and I know she has a new book coming out like June 1st, and I think it follows one of my favorite characters, which I cannot wait. I can't wait to get. Camera died, but I was talking about him being adopted, and he was opening up to her and talking about the things that his birth mother used to do to him when he was a child. His birth mom used to beat him up and burn him. And then one day she literally took him to a crack house and then left him there for drugs. Like that honestly just shattered my soul. Imagine being a kid, like why am I talking about this character like he's real? But I can't help it. Like imagine being a kid and your mother, the person that has like that's supposed to love you and like protect you and all of this, left you at a crack house. And then like he's like, I think she was trying to sell me for drugs. Like they both had the worst childhood, like her father being like abusive, like physically, his mom burning him with like cigarettes, oh my god, and beating him up and leaving him at a crack house. That just really messed me up. That really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, really messed me up, because I'm just like, I just know there are people who's actually going through all of this, and that messed me up. I think I said in my last video that I love books with like real life event now. Like I did not think that I loved that. I used to read like billionaire men falling in love with the richest girl, or like billionaire men falling in love with his like servant. Like I used to fall in love with this. I used to see that like, oh my god, if I walk down the street, I'm gonna meet a billionaire guy who's going to fall in love with me. No, now I want real life even in books, even though I read to escape. I just want to be like to feel more connected to the characters, and this is what this is giving me. Because at first like I said like plenty of time in this video, did not like him in the beginning, and sometimes I'm just like, why are you the way that you are? But now knowing everything that he went through in his childhood, and knowing all of the pain that he went through, just makes me see him in a different way. Like show me different layers like to him. Like he's not just like a very arrogant rich baseball player. Like he's been through some stuff and he's opening up to her, and I'm just like, wow, like I just want to protect you, I just want to hug you, and I want to protect you, and I want to make sure that you're okay, type of thing. I don't know if I'm making sense. What I'm trying to say is that I love a complex character. I love a character with layers, where I could see, yes, you're a rich man, you this, you that. There's like this other things about you that makes you the person that you are. Like all of the things that you went through, all of the things that he went through, his mom being abusive to him being adopted, all of that makes him who he is today. I think I'm making sense. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Do you guys remember in my last video I read Love You Always by Lauren Lacy? I bought the copy because I need to annotate this book. I need to like annotate all my favorite quotes in here, and I'm going to like, I've been seeing on Pinterest they have like they doing like scrapbook type of like annotation, where they have scrapbook papers and they cut them and they make them all cute. Like inside of the book. I don't know. I've been seeing them all over Pinterest, and I bought scrapbook paper just for this book because I love this book so much. I'm currently reading the second one of the series on like Kindle, but I stopped it because I was doing this video. I stopped it, but I bought the last one, and I'm going to buy the second one too. I thought I bought the second one, but it didn't come. I just received like these two, but I was like, why wouldn't I buy the second one? But I checked, I didn't. So I don't know. I don't know why, but I could have swore maybe it was a fever dream or something. But I thought I did. But I have these two and I'm happy. I wanted like the pink covers, but I cannot find them anywhere. Cannot find them anywhere. So I'm okay. Plus she's a beautiful human being. She's a beautiful human being. They both look beautiful. I'm okay with it. I cannot wait to read this one, and I can't wait to just dive back into this and annotate and like highlight all my favorite quotes. And I'm going to try to make it all pretty. My plan is to try to make this page all cutesy with all my favorite quotes from this book because there are just so many profound quotes in this book and I love it. So yeah, but I finished the plan, and yeah, I finished it. I really like it. It felt like a dramatic TV show because something was always happening to the characters. Like when I tell you I was reading this book and I was like, oh, like nothing else was like is going to happen to these characters because it felt like they just were, so much was happening in their life. So much, and I was like, okay, this is it. Nothing else is going to happen to them. I was wrong. Something else happened. And I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, I have to say, once I found out the big reason, like why they broke up, when I tell you I was so angry, I was upset. I closed the book and I'm like, are you joking right now? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I was so upset. I was sitting there like, I'm sorry. Excuse me, why are you not groveling? Like he did, but I'm saying just in general, like even it's been 4 years, you need to grovel because what you did was messed up. This man had a whole plan. And when I find out what he did, I was just so confused. I'm like, what do you want me to do about this? Like why is this a thing? And because of what he did, something absolutely heartbreaking ended up happening to her, and I was just angry with her. I felt like I was just in the moment with her. I'm like, girl, you have every right to be so upset because there is no way that this man did this to you. Are you serious? And what he did, this man had a whole plan. When I tell you, a whole perfect plan. And when she find out through someone else. And I'm sitting there like, you couldn't have told her, hey, I had this plan before we were going out and I ended up falling in love with you. Yeah, she'll have been mad, but this horrible thing that happened to her wouldn't have happened. And so because of that, my emotion was like, I didn't know what to feel. I was angry, I was mad. It's the same adjective. I was angry, I was confused, my heart was full of hatred towards this man that is not real. But I was so mad at him and I hated him, and then I love him, and I was just like, what on earth is wrong with you, sire? Like what? Like why am I rooting for you? Like babe, I don't even want to root for you. But I have to say, what I love about him was that he was always there for her. No matter what, he was always there. Like there were like, before they even started dating, there'll be time where he's talking to her and she would flinch and stuff, and he was like, why are you flinching every time I move towards you? Like you would flinch and stuff. Like he was very attentive, and I just love that. I really love that. He was always there for her. It was like, if you want to talk, if you want to do this, like I'm here. And those are the moments like the author has me falling for him because I'm like, oh, I love her attentive that he is towards her. Like if she flinched, he's like, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm right here, because she has trauma because her father used to be like physically abusive. And so that I'm just like, oh my God, I love how he knows that. I love how he realized that she flinched and she do all of this, because she was like, no, I did not flinch. She was like, no, yes, you flinched. You flinched once I moved towards you. Why are you doing this? And I was just like, I love that. I love how he knows this. And I love how he was always like, if you need someone to talk about something, I'm right here. And he was always there. Yeah, I really like it. I cannot wait to read her second book. I think this is going to be definitely my favorite because it follows one of my favorite characters, Sage. And I just love Sage so much. She is bold, she's beautiful, she's funny, she's talented. I cannot wait to read her story. I feel like her story will definitely be my favorite. And yeah, and we already met who's going to be her love interest. I just think that's going to be my favorite, because this one right now I'm thinking like a 3.6, 3.5, but Sage, I'm like, I cannot wait for Sage. I feel like Sage will definitely be a 4 based on her personality alone. I'm like, I think I'm gonna like you. But yeah, we are going to start When I Think of You. I think I'm gonna get the audiobook for this actually, because I'm doing my hair tomorrow. I'm also going on a walk for me to take my step in today. So I think I will start it at the park when I'm working, and then when I come washing my hair and all of that, the audiobook will just be better. But I'm so excited to read this. Book that I did, the whole like the thing I told you guys, like the scrapbook annotation. I don't know if I did a good job, but I'm looking at it. The more I look at it, the more I think it's good, and I think I can get better because wait, no, this is cute. I like it. I really like it. I don't love my handwriting. I feel like usually my handwriting is pretty good, but like this time around I'm like, it wasn't the best. But I don't know, I just love this book, and I love when I can open this and see what I was thinking. I wrote my review about this. I wrote some of my favorite quotes. I wanted to put like more all around, but this is what I have currently, and yeah, I can't wait to go in there more and like highlights more things. I really love that book. As you probably can tell how much I just have not stopped talking about it ever since I read it. I read and I finished When I Think of You. I truly love this book. I think I found my new calling. I found my new calling, and that is making board for books that I love, because I made one for this. I made one for the plan, the one that we read earlier, and I made one for this, and I love this, the board that I make for this even more. I really, really love this book, and the fact that this is her debut novel, I'm just like, wow, this is just, I love it. And I love the fact that like Black Girlies, we're getting our fluffy cutie romance this year, and I can't wait at the end of the year for me to just go like pick up all my favorite books and then for this to be in there. But we are following our main character, Kalia Wilson. She is at this dead end job. She does not want to be here. She is a receptionist, but she doesn't want to be here. She went to film school, so she want to tell stories. She want to show the world her talent and all of that. But there she is at this dead end job, as a receptionist, being overlooked and all of that. But she has to pay her bills. She has to do this after multiple no's and doors being shut in her face. She is now stuck at this job, until one day, the love of her life, the boy that makes her heart go doom doom doom, her legs go numb, walks into the store. But also the boy that broke her heart, 7 years ago, walks into the door, and she's like, oh my god, it's Denny. Denny is our nepo baby. He's a little nepo baby because his dad was actually a well-known director. So Denny is known to the public. He's known all of that, but he also has his foot already set in the industry. So walks in Denny. Well, his name is Daniel, but she called him Denny. Walks in Denny, and he offered her a lifetime opportunity. He actually asked her to be his assistant because he's actually directing the movie, and this movie that he's directing is actually really, really important for him because it's telling the story of his mother. His mother was a black woman and his father a white man. So they were actually in a interracial couple back in the day, like Jim Crow time. So their love was not acceptable. Obviously, we know that. So he wants to tell the story about his parents and all of that. And that honestly, like that little part that we get of the parents was so beautiful. I was sitting there like, oh my god, that's so cute. I really, really love it. It reminds me of one of my favorite all-time movie, which was like Loving. That's a good movie. And I was reading it, I was like, that's so cute. I love it. But yeah, he goes and asks the love of his life also. He was like, hey, would you want to be my assistant for this? I'm directing this movie, would you want to be? And obviously she said yes. But right after that, something else happened, which I was like, oh my god, what is happening? But quickly he fixed it. All of this went well and all of that. And yeah, we were just following them, and you guys know how much I love like then and now. So we were getting then, like when they were in college, when they first met in college, the first kiss, the first love, the first everything. We were getting that in this book, and we're also getting now. And I just fall in love with them. I just love black girls in love and being loved out loud. That's my favorite thing. And I love the fact that there's so many books now where we're just like we're being loved so like unconditionally. And in this book, I was just like, oh my God, like yes, he broke her heart. Yes, he broke her heart when they were in college. But when he told her and when he had like he was like, hey, this is what I want. I want you. He actually meant that. At the end of this book, she had to take some time and all of this, and this man just stayed there. And I'm like, it was so good. And the fact that this is her first book, like if you have not read this, please pick it up. It is so good and I love it. And I don't know, I love seeing black girls been love. Like I said, I made a board for this. I made a board on Pinterest, and I like every single time I was reading a chapter, I go, I'm like, this is perfect, this is perfect, this is perfect. But enough about how perfect this book is. Obviously, like them getting back with each other and all of that, it was not easy because he had a whole situation thing going on. So that also happened with them. Yeah, and some other things happened at the end that was a little bit difficult and all of that. But the way that this one had her through it all, I was like, I love this. I love this. If you have not picked up When I Think of You, pick it up. And like Kennedy Ryan says, we are lucky to have this booming new voice in romance. We really are. We really are. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I am happy that I read this book. I so wish that I could read more books and like a video, but I could not this time. I could not. Like I had to do my hair. But hopefully next time I read 3 or 4 books. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you. Take care of yourself and God bless and bye.